This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us today on this Friday. I'm Maddie Jansen in for Elena Rusk. Cal ISO has again issued a stage 1 emergency energy alert from 4 to 8 tonight. And today is our 10th straight day of a flex alert. Power grid managers have called the flex alert from 4 to 9 p.m. We once again avoided rolling blackouts yesterday through conservation, but the power grid is again being pushed to the brink. Residents being urged to conserve energy during those peak hours again tonight. Making news around the world this afternoon, King Charles III addressed the nation and world today, just 24 hours after the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. He says he feels profound sorrow over the death of his mother and vows to carry on her legacy.
Queen Elizabeth was a life well lived, a promise with destiny kept, and she is mourned most deeply in her passing. That promise of lifelong service I renew to you all today. The affection, admiration, and respect she inspired became the hallmark of her reign. And as every member of my family can testify, she combined these qualities with warmth, humor, and an unerring ability always to see the best in people.
King Charles also announced that Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Sussex, will become Prince and Princess of Wales. He also expressed his love for Harry and Meghan as they, quote, continue to build their lives overseas. His speech was broadcast on TV and streamed at St. Paul's Cathedral, where some 2,000 people were attending a service of remembrance for the Queen. Mourners included Prime Minister Liz Truss and members of her government. Meantime, outside Buckingham Palace, a large crowd gathered to pay respects to the Queen, and they were rewarded with a surprise visit that brought cheers on a somber day when King Charles came to shake hands.
We did. He looked sad. Yeah. He did look sad. You know, he's just lost his mum, so, you know, it was an emotional thing. The fact that they're out here greeting people the day after his mother has passed away is pretty incredible. So it was an amazing experience. I just happened to be here, wandered to the front and got to meet the King and Queen Consort. It was incredible.
The Queen's body remains at Balmoral Castle in Scotland as the world mourns for the next 10 days. All right, some traffic news for you as traffic troubles continue along Interstate 5 due to the route fire. Last week, that blaze damaged the northbound side of the freeway near Lake Hughes Road. This morning, all lanes of northbound I-5 in that area were closed until 10 a.m. as crews worked on it. They will close those lanes again Sunday night at 10 p.m. If you're headed to Los Angeles from Bakersfield, also expect delays southbound as well, as 2 lanes will be closed to divert northbound traffic. Wildfire news now. The deadly Fairview fire in Hemet jumped in size yet again yesterday. It's now burned more than 27,000 acres. The fire's only 5% contained. New evacuations were also ordered with nearly 19,000 structures under threat. Terrain and heat issues are combining to make this a difficult fire to contain. And 2 people died trying to escape that fire. The mosquito fire is burning in some rugged, hard-to-reach areas up north in the Oxbow Reservoir. At last check, officials say the blaze is already over 14,000 acres and 0% contained. It jumped the middle fork of the America River and is threatening thousands of homes in El Dorado County.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
9/11 is this weekend, and the Portrait of a Warrior Gallery is hosting its annual remembrance ceremony and fallen hero roll call tomorrow. It starts at 9 a.m. on I Street in downtown Bakersfield. The Portrait of a Warrior Gallery features portraits of 27 post-9/11 heroes from Kern County killed on the battlefield. And the flag retirement ceremony and 9/11 remembrance event is happening at the Tehachapi Rodeo and Event Center Sunday. It starts at 4 p.m. Approximately 1,500 flags have been collected from the Tehachapi community and will be retired. September is Suicide Prevention Month. Youth suicide attempts soared during the pandemic, and now with school back in session, the topic takes on another level of importance because statistics show kids' risk of suicide actually goes up on school days. Dr. Corey Gonzalez, a clinical psychologist, joined us this morning on Sunrise to talk about the warning signs and how to help children through difficult situations. Dr. Gonzalez says studies show that internationally, there's a 40% increase in pediatric suicide during school months. Gonzalez says there are many factors at play. Academic stress, compounded by the fact that so many kids are now behind due to the pandemic school closures, bullying, both in person and online. With the spread of social media, kids are also losing important social connections. Dr. Gonzalez says social connections are one of the most important coping mechanisms for kids and adults when it comes to preventing suicide.
We want to get them connected to us. We want to show encouragement, empathy, let them know we care about their safety, get them connected to their friends. Their friends regulate their mood, their identity, get them connected to mental health specialists, through their insurance or primary treating physician. There's other resources too to get them connected to. There's 988, the new National Crisis Suicide Line. There's apps now, there's Not Okay app, there's a 741 text line they can use. There's all sorts of resources for these kids now. And you also want to teach them coping skills, Maddie. You want to teach them how to resolve conflicts without violence. You want to teach them social skills. You want to teach them how to have an internal locus of control. You want to teach them skills on how to self-soothe. You want to teach them all these protective measures so they don't get to this point. And lastly, Maddie, parents need to really manage kids' social media.
Dr. Gonzalez says studies show social media can cause great harm to self-worth, especially for teen girls. He recommends kids not have social media until high school, and even then there should be strict time limits and devices out of the bedroom half an hour before bedtime. He also recommends apps like Headspace, Not Okay, Calm, and Smiling Mind. If you're in crisis, you can call the new National Mental Health Crisis number 988. You can also text 741-741. It is one of the last remaining soap operas on network television, but now after 57 years, Days of Our Lives is moving from NBC to the new Peacock streaming service.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
The series has aired more than 14,000 episodes on NBC, stretching back to its premiere on November 8, 1965. The network says the move is being made to better reflect how viewers are watching the show. The change goes into effect this upcoming Monday, September 12th, with new episodes each weekday. You can call the Peacock customer care line to sign up for the service. It's toll-free. Here's the number, 855-597-1827. Of course, with Days of Our Lives leaving NBC's air, that leaves a programming gap that will be filled by a daily live hour-long newscast, NBC News Daily, and that will air at 1 p.m. on weekdays here on KGET, following a full hour of 17 News at noon. That starts Monday.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.